Hi, in this video we are going to see about indentation in Python. So indentation is very important thing we have to consider while doing programming in Python. So here indentation represents the block of code where the certain block of code belongs to that specific block. So the indentation only tells the Python interpreter that the respective group of statements belongs to a specific block. So here all statements where with the same level of indentation are considered to be the part of the same block. So it is indentation is given with the help of the tab, or we can use the white space at the beginning of each and every line. So moreover here indentation we use within the member function, or else we can use inside the if-else statements, while loops, for loops, and then we can also go with switch cases. Likewise there and all, each and every part of block have the their own statements for the execution to explain the particular operation to be executed. So consider the example over here. If 10 greater than 5, print this is true, print I am tab indentation, print I have no indentation. So if 10 greater than 5, that condition is true, means then the first two print statements will be executed. The condition false means the last print statement will be executed. So the indentation tells that the first print statement and second print statement have the indentation over there. So it tells that the first two indents belong to the if block, and then the last print statement that, which have no indentation, so it remains to the some other block. So if 10 greater than 5, this is true, I am tab indentation, I have no indentation. So this is the original output for the given example. If the indentation is correct, means how to we give the correct indentation, how to identify the wrong indentation, incorrect one, that we see the difference. The first one is the incorrect indentation, because after the if condition the print statement have no indent. It starts with the same line itself for else if, else everything. But in the second part you see, if condition print it have the indentation, else if condition the next line print have the indentation. So like this only we have to give the indentation. Otherwise if we have the if within if we have some other block, then after print we can have the indentation that starts some more space where the print starts. So that gives the indentation within the indentation. So wherever decision making occurs, multiple if statements, nested if statements, there and all, indentation should be mandatory. Through that only the Python identifies whether that particular code belong to the if block, else block, otherwise whatever it is. So based on the selection structure only, the decision statement is considered over here. So the decision explained to the computer whether it may be a true or false statement. So we can have the if else, else if and nested if else statements. So the if statement is not only used as a decision making statement, but also it control the execution of the statements for the flow of the statements, and also used to test logically whether the condition is true or false. So whenever a condition is entered, the condition will be verified. If the condition is true, then that particular code will be executed. Otherwise the condition is false, then it will be come out of the if loop. So we are getting the number from the user which is stored in I. That number is less than or equal to 10, then the condition is true. Otherwise it will come out of the loop. The if else one condition if true means that will be executed, and then if the condition is false means other statement will be executed. In the previous one we have saw only the simple if. Whether the condition is true, that will be executed, otherwise there will be no some other suggestion. Here the both alternative execution also considered over here. So we are getting the number from the user to check whether the number is odd or even. If the remainder is equal to 0, then the given number is even, otherwise the given number is odd. Else if, ELIF, it is the keyword where we are using in Python, but in other programming language we use ELSE space if. So that is the keyword we are using in the other programming language. So else if, we can use any number of else if statements for have the chained conditions. If we have more than two possibilities, then we can have more than two choices, then we can go with else if. See, if first one the condition is true, for one block will be executed. The condition is false, another possible block will be executed. In that also the condition is true, false, another one condition, likewise it will be going on till n conditions. For this we can go with else if. Then nested if else statements. The nested if else statement is nesting two or more if else statements, that is the nested if else. So here we can have the example. We can have if the n is less than or equal to 15, within that another one condition we have n is less than or equal to 10. Likewise we have n number of conditions, and then in the loop statement we have while, for and nested loop. While loop is the entry control loop. It will check the condition at the beginning of the statement itself. At the beginning of the execution itself, it check whether the condition is true or false. And then for loop, for value in sequence. So it is a repetitive control structure. It used to execute the set of instructions repeatedly until the condition becomes false. So the for loop, it is used to iterate over a sequence of n conditions. So here in the for loop we can able to use list, tuple and string. So the iterating over a sequence, it is called the traversal.